Hey guys, and welcome to Ask Allie, your place for life advice with a metaphysical twist. Ask Allie is the longest running spiritual podcast on iTunes. I've been helping others there since 2005. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, True FM, Google Play, along with watching it on YouTube. Today is Monday, January 8th, 2018. I want to thank you for tuning in and giving me a listen to. If you'd like to get a reading, find out more about me, or support the podcast, I'll leave the information below in the show's notes. And don't forget, if you like this episode, please rate it. I still have a canker sore. I have a canker sore that's right where my tongue hooks into my throat. It's annoying. It's been there now for over a week, ever since I bit my tongue on New Year's Day. So it hurts to talk. Not gonna lie. I'm hoping to get this done sooner rather than later, just so I can rest my throat. Because yeah, it hurts. I'm not in my office yet, obviously. It has been very cold here. Very, very cold. And there is no heat upstairs. Now, there is heat. There is baseboard heating if I choose to put those on. However, it's awfully expensive to run those. And the wiring in this house is probably updated somewhere in the 70s. So I don't really trust it. Not gonna lie, I don't trust it. I do have space heaters that I could take up with me and put in the office. But at -20, I just did not feel like trying to battle putting things together. But it's still on my to-do list. That's that. There's the furnace. Thank God. So yes, I'm not up there yet. What else? Anything I can think of? Not really. But don't forget to go to 777 Institute if you would like to be on our mailing list for when we open up the Institute for students. Please leave your email address there at the site. If you are a person who would like to be an instructor and teach people, then please send me an email to info at 777institute.com, and I'll send you out an information packet. We're hoping to go live around March 2nd. Hoping. That's the plan. But what happens to all my great plans? Sometimes they get just a tad bit delayed. So that's what I'm shooting for. Anyways. All right. And if you don't know what 777 Institute is going to be, it is a place to bring together enlightened instructors and soul-searching students in a nice, safe place to investigate metaphysical topics and to talk to others for soul growth and to have a space to feel safe to be able to tune into yourself. All right? All right. So, Oracle card overview for January 8th, 2018 for this upcoming week. I am still using the Sacred Traveler Oracle card deck. I will eventually get another deck or unpack, right, Sarah? Unpack and use a different one. But until that point in time, this is it. I know. And you have been asleep for hours. I even have done 2 videos before this. But as soon as she hears Ask Allie podcast, she wakes up. Huh. I know. So let's see what the overview is for this week. All right. If you want to see what cards I drew and you want to see the cat, please go to my YouTube channel and check out the video. All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I am posting the audio version of this podcast and the video of this podcast on outofbodyecstasy.com. So you can see both there in one spot if you'd like. All right. I decided I better have it all just in one place. It might make life easier for some people. So we'll see. So we have had this first one before. We have had the second one before. That did not sound good. It is an ice rink outside. Ice rink. No school today, which works for me. All right. Hopefully I don't hear any crashes. I don't know. That's it. Card number 1, guys. We've had this before. It's kind of like a wake-up call. It is answering the call. The time is now. There has been a catalyst put in front of you to get you to move forward. It is time, based on card number 2 here, which is great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. You got to answer by answering the call. You're going to have to take a risk. What's the matter, Anthony Donoso? Anthony Donoso. What's the matter, baby? I don't know why he's downstairs. He'll be okay. Okay, so answering the call, great adventure, which brings us to card 3, joy and delight. Open your heart to joy, because when you answer the call and you take a risk and venture forward, you will be happy. I know. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? By taking a risk and doing something outside your comfort zone that scares the crap out of you, it will result in happiness. Now, when we take steps outside of our comfort zone, it doesn't always end in happiness. Sometimes it just goes down in flames, right? Many times I've been there. Many times. And I'll be there many times again. We go down in flames more times than not. But that's usually, when we go down in flames, we usually take this great adventure without ever hearing a call to answer to. So if we answer the call that's in front of us, it will take us on a great adventure, because you're taking a risk, and it will introduce joy and delight into our lives. Now, down here at the bottom there, whoops, there it is. Open your heart to joy. I know it sounds silly, doesn't it? What do you mean I got to open my heart to joy? Why doesn't it just show up? Because it usually does just show up for ordinary daily things. You just don't notice it because you are so, you can be so closed off to bringing in the joy. Because in the past, bringing in the joy eventually winds up with things going up in flames, right? Again, I believe, this is what I feel, this is what my intuition tells me. If we have a call we need to answer, and we take that step to go on that great adventure, there is no other conclusion but joy and delight. Keep your eyes open this week, guys, myself included. Maybe my call is you, Miss Sarah, and then Mr. Anthony Donoso, my cat, the other cat, who had seizures this morning. A seizure. I never saw him have a seizure before. He's had him at the vet when I'm not there, but never in front of me. It was scary. It was scary. Hated it. Ugh. I can't talk. So I will just start talking about those cats because, well, I will. Let's move forward so I can rest my throat. Let's take a cup of coffee here. Drink a little bit from it. Now, the topic this week. I wrote this topic before Miss Oprah Winfrey hit the stage, okay? Because had I written this after she showed up, I would have kept this part the same, but I probably would have added a whole bunch for her. If you have not seen or watched her speech from last night from the Golden Globes, I highly suggest you take a look at it. I believe there are a couple different places who have the video and the transcript. It is inspiring, enlightening, and when she does run for president, I'm going to run for something. I don't know what. No idea what that might be, but I'll run for something. Because if she can take that big step and run for president, I can take that big step and run for something. What do you think? I don't know. So, the topic this week was what you can learn from the 2018 Golden Globes. Okay? I used to watch the Golden Globes and the Oscars every year. But then I got rid of cable back in 2007, and I have not been able to watch either live since then. Well, enter, my cable company or my internet company, who's also the cable company, and they say, hey, we got this new thing. You can stream live TV. Like, what? I am all over that. So, for the first time in 10 years, I got to watch the Golden Globes live. Very excited that I got to watch it. And it didn't disappoint me. I know a lot of people don't like to see Hollywood award shows because it's like, oh, look at those people and look at them patting themselves on the back. The world's going to hell around them. Are you done? The world's going to hell around them, and there they are in their fancy clothes, patting themselves on the back, getting some stupid ass trophy. I've heard this from people. I know. So, there's a lot of people who don't like award shows for actors and actresses and directors and whatnot. I love them. And this is what you could learn from the one from last night without talking about Oprah. Oprah's a whole different section. Besides Oprah, this is what else you could have learned. 1, learn how to give kudos. Yeah, because no matter what's going on in the world, these entertainers stop and pat themselves on the back for a good job. It's their job to be on screen. It's their job to write for the screen. It's their job to edit whatever's filmed. It's their job to direct what's being filmed. It's their job. That's what they do. That's what they get paid for. And some people complain that they get paid an enormous amount of money, and not like, firemen or policemen or teachers, which all should get paid more. I'm not disputing that at all. They should get paid fortunes of money. But we watch them on TV. We go to their movies. We stream their products on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu. We watch them doing their job. So us watching them, I guess kind of dictates what they get paid. What do you think, Sarah? I guess if we didn't like what they got paid, we just shouldn't watch them. That'll never happen for me. But maybe you. Anyways, so kudos. No matter what's going on in the world, they stop and they pat themselves on the back for a great job done. Because putting together a movie or a TV show is not an easy task. It's just not. But yet they still pat. So when was the last time you gave yourself a high five? When was the last time you gave yourself kudos for doing a good job? Hell could be happening around you, but you still have to stop and give yourself kudos for something every day. Sometimes that kudos might be, hey, I got out of bed. Well, good. That means you didn't stay in bed all day. That's kudos. That's a pat on the back. Sometimes it is getting your kids to do homework, or making your baby get a nap, or going to work and putting up with some shithead boss for the day. That's kudos, man. Kudos. So that's 1, kudos. 2, focus. Now, I know focus usually isn't a huge trait of award shows. They go off tandem quite a bit. But again, just like a TV show or movie, there's a lot of moving parts in an award show. Tons. And you can't, I mean, they don't have little buttons on the back that the director can just go push a button and make somebody get back in line. Be nice sometimes, but it doesn't happen. It's very hard to rein them all in. But this year, the Golden Globes ended at what, 11:08? It's 8 minutes over. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all, even with Oprah's very long speech. So focus. Everybody there had a focus last night. They were also very focused in on, sexual harassment. The women wore the black dresses, the Me Too movement. They were very focused in what they were doing, correct? They were very focused with talking about the awards, accepting awards, whatnot in their speeches. So what's your excuse for not being able to go from A to B? Where is it that you lack focus? What is that little thing that comes in the side and says, hey, this is better than what you're doing right now. It's more fun over here. And yeah, so come on, put that aside. You get back to it later. Let's go do this. What's your excuse for lack of focus? What taps you on the shoulder and gets you off track? I want to say off kilter. That doesn't sound right. But you know what I mean. What takes you off the focus of what you're trying to do? So 2, focus. Last night was pretty darn good. And 3, solidarity. The Me Too movement, whether you like it or not, it's there. There are very few females that I know, and I know a lot of people, very few females I know that have not been sexually harassed or sexually abused or sexually something by a male or males in their life. It's no matter what career you're in. No, it can even happen in the classroom, in school, and when you're back in school now. So it's there, the Me Too movement, and they wore the black dresses. Some of the women brought the activists as their dates to the Golden Globes last night. There's solidarity. There is power in numbers and power when people stand together. Okay, it's taken a very long time for this to happen. Very long, way too long. But now that the boulder is rolling, kind of reminds me of, Raiders of the Lost Ark, beginning scenes. Now the big boulder is rolling, it's not going to stop, right? So what do you stand with? Is there something you're in solidarity with? Doesn't necessarily have to be the Me Too movement, although if you're watching this, I would hope you are. What is it? What do you stand for? What group do you identify with? What causes do you identify with? These are questions we all have to ask ourselves, because the way the world is changing, whatever it is we stand with, we can't be silent about it anymore. It's not like, oh, I guess they'll take care of it for me. I'll just go on and do my business. That doesn't work anymore. You've got to stand up for whatever it is, right? So number 3 is solidarity. Those are the 3 things you could have learned, other than Oprah, from the Golden Globes last night. Kudos. Give yourself a pat on the back, man. Focus. What's your excuse? What takes your focus away? And oddly enough, my focus happens to be TV and movies. That's what takes my focus away from getting stuff done. But what is your excuse? And 3, solidarity. What do you stand with? These days, you need to know. You can't be wishy-washy. All right? Okay, guys, we're here at the end. My throat's killing me. Thank you for joining me here at Ask Allie. If you like this episode, please rate it and tell your friends. The more people who listen, the more people, hopefully, I can help have their aha moments. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you can find this at AskAlliePodcast.com or OutOfBodyEcstasy.com. You guys have yourself a wonderful week, and I'll catch you next Monday. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.